Hey guys, welcome back. So today I want to go over this article about Elon Musk blaming Ukrainians for a cyber attack that's happening to X, which is AKA former Twitter. Experts aren't convinced, and I'm thinking there's more to it than him blaming Ukraine. There is no proof or evidence of that right now. For all we know, it could be people who are watching this video. All you have to do is comment below is saying that you're a part of this group. Just kidding, guys. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not shocked in any way or surprised that people are definitely targeting anything and everything that Elon is, a part of, whether it's SpaceX, Tesla, and of course X, being those platforms where he is pretty vocal about certain things and the Doge agency and what they do, and he's supposedly pretty transparent, but so transparent that he openly admits that even if they made a mistake, it's just, an error, right? And then they have to go back and fix it. Of course, you have heard, or if you haven't heard, there are times where they made a mistake on firing certain individuals from roles that were pretty crucial, and they actually hired them back. So can you imagine your employer firing you one day and then telling you the next day, hey, we made a mistake. I need you to come back into the office. And what do, right? Do you go in the office late, or do you just, maybe it could happen again and you don't treat it the way you initially treat it? You're not fully committed at that point. So many things crosses people's mind, especially if you've been fooled once, you fool me twice, and you fool me third time. That's all on you, right? You can't just keep submitting to these individuals at higher powers, and definitely that's not something that we should even consider. But unfortunately, some people's circumstances are very trivial, and not everyone can say I refuse to work here because they need to put food on the table and they have a family that they need to care for. Not everyone is well off or fortunate enough to have saved so much money throughout the course of time, because sometimes there's just emergencies and you just have to spend. So what am I talking about exactly is this article right here, and I'm sure there's pretty much a lot of other information out there that is targeting or explaining what exactly is happening. So X was taken down by a cyber attack. No further details as far as how it was taken down. I'm pretty sure I will dig a lot deeper into that. I'm just as intrigued, but from my understanding of the current scenario or the situation was that there was a lot of combined forces for this DDoS attack to happen in order to take down X. Now, from what I remember previously on X, that sounded like a movie, but previously on X, former Twitter, that Elon actually fired or removed their whole redundancy team. Like, they just had I wouldn't say a single server, but the replication of it, the cost savings of it was to not having to replicate all these servers to different areas, for redundancy purposes or whatnot. I have to find that article, but I do remember hearing and reading about it that was one of his biggest cuts initially when he acquired Twitter, and now of course he changed it to X. So here it says that there was a denial service attack which involved pointing an overwhelming amount of traffic at a website to bring it down. Not surprising, considering right now, current political situation and the Doge agency has been creating a lot of enemies on the cyber front, at least, if not in person or, military wise. So cyber attacks are definitely an easier way for a lot of people to contribute their joint efforts in doing all this. And this is the strange times right now that, Elon has also openly admitted that he could be the next person to get killed because of all the things that he's doing. So he realizes this, and I'm just, so shocking that someone that wealthy and so well off, that he would put his life on the line. Not saying that he's doing a good cause, but he's putting his own life on the line for something that he's ruining thousands of other lives, because he feels like this is a good way to reduce cost. Now, I don't entirely agree with everything that's going on right now. But unfortunately, this is the current situation that we're in. I also want to also show you guys a quick video to end this off right now. It's a senior intern. This is a movie back in 2015 with Robert De Niro, right? 2015 with Robert De Niro. And and Anne Hathaway. I thought it was a really interesting fit into all of this because it was in a short of mine. I was like, oh wow, this actually fits the current scenario of what we're going through right now. So let me just play that for you guys.
So some of our intern questions may not exactly fit your profile, but we're gonna go for it anyway.
Fire away.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to Northwestern.
My brother went to Northwestern.
Probably not at the same time.
Probably not. He graduated in 2009.
Class of 65.
What was your major? Do you remember?
And after Northwestern, you went on to...
I went to work for Dex One.
And they made...
Phone books. I was in charge of overseeing the printing of the physical phone book. Before that, I was a VP of Sales and Advertising.
Do they still make phone book? I mean, doesn't everyone just Google numbers?
I believe they do, but before Google, that was how you got it.
Yeah, I get it.
40 years at the phone book company, that is amazing. Seriously. Now, I'm gonna ask you one of our more telling questions for all of our interns, so I want you to this is the one to really think about. Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
When I'm 80.
Sure. Did not realize you were 70. That question just doesn't work for you, does it? Should we just scratch that one and just move on? You look great, by the way, and you're clearly more than qualified for this job. You nailed it, Ben. Congrats. You're an intern.
How crazy is that? I mean, that is so true to today's scenario. So he was a 40 plus years in the phone book industry. Physical phone books, mind you. Remember, this is like basically PII for the general public. You had telephone numbers, home addresses, and also you had yellow pages and white pages, all right? Because yellow pages were commercial, white pages for residential. White pages had names and telephone numbers associating with the address where these people lived, and you would just sort through exactly where this person lives, and you prank call them. You can do so many things. You could send pizza to their house and collect on delivery kind of a thing, and it was such a mess. It was such a hot mess. But point is that he was in this industry for 40 years. It goes for anything, right? You have a technology that you've been working with, let's just say COBOL or Visual Basic or something like that, or mainframes, right? Let's just take mainframes, for example. You may have the top tier experience you working with it when it first came out to where it is now, and it's obsolete. No one's using it anymore. That technology has advanced so much that, this movie was just, I haven't seen the movie for myself, but this clip in itself was so so true to life, right? Even though it was a movie. I wouldn't have thought about it if I was to watch this back in 2015. But now as I'm watching it, I'm like, wow, yeah, that's fitting to me because I'm getting older, and there may be a possibility that I will be reporting to someone who's a lot younger than me, and everything that I've learned up to date, it could be irrelevant in the next 10 years, right? So just wanted to share that with you. Hopefully you find this find this video interesting. Please hit that like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate you guys being here all the time. And, my channel has been growing slowly but surely, and I appreciate you guys all being here and contributing to that. Thank you.